Can you explain for our viewers who may not be familiar with the Harris County Jail and the policies of the jail, what it means to make the jail aware of any mental health problems or suicidal ideations, and what responsibilities that might create for the jailers?
So I don't know in what capacity she made them aware. I don't know if she told them, hey, I'm going to kill myself, or if she just talked about it to another inmate. Like, they haven't offered that kind of clarity. And given that there's, still a pending investigation into it, I wouldn't expect to get any sort of official clarity on that at this point. But I mean, obviously, if you've made the jail aware, then they do have some responsibility. I mean, there's various levels of, suicide watch, or being on every 15-minute watch. I mean, there's different ways of dealing with this, but she was in a mental health step-down unit. So, I mean, they were clearly aware that there were some mental health issues. But I feel like I should say that, in my coverage of the jail in the past year, they've been, the leadership that I've dealt with there seem to really consistently care about dealing with mental health issues for inmates. So a lot of the people that I interviewed in the course of this story, a lot of the, advocates and experts commented consistently on how surprising it is to see this happening someplace like the Harris County Jail, because it's not the kind of jail that has a reputation for not caring.
Do you have any information? I personally went to the funeral of a former client who allegedly committed suicide at the jail, who I had seen a couple days before, and he was laughing. So I don't know what mental health issues he had at the time, because it had been years since I had talked to him or dealt with him. But do you have any data on the number of deaths and or suicides at this jail?
Yeah, it's actually significantly below the national average. Oh. I want to say it's 15 in the past decade, but I don't have the data in front of me. But the rate per 100,000 inmates is less than half the national average.
Wow. So. See, that's something I think that would interest a lot of people to know, because I think there's kind of a misconception out there that our jail does very poorly on those issues.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of if you ask any of us, I mean, that's kind of the belief around the courthouse, is that our jail is pretty poor on those issues.
I mean, I feel like they're trying. They've been, pretty I mean, obviously, I have a very particular perspective on it, because as media, I realize that they're probably going to be more responsive to me than random person calling. But this morning when I came into work, I had a letter from an inmate saying that he wanted to kill himself, and I put in a call, and I think they dealt with it pretty quickly. I mean, I got a call back within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So they took it seriously. I mean, it was just a random letter, but they took it seriously and acted right away.